Okay, let's put the sound machine on. We know to do that. Okay, the time is 9:20 p.m. January 31st, 2025. Yeah, I witnessed my first hours-long fucking torture. Oh God, Lord. Yeah. So what I've been going through today is what anyone would go through, is a long decompression that occurs after you witness hours-long barbaric violence. And that is why I said what I said earlier today, which is one of the only videos I have made today, all right, about the barbaric violence and counting heads around here. Like it says that, all right, I'm very, very aware and a witness too. I was an eyewitness. I witnessed it. I was fucking basically totally involved in it last night. And I'm really pissed that this is happening in my country. Holy muffler, these kind of people here in this United States with their mufflers and their sirens, they're really evil cops. I'm just really pissed, okay, because I am a first-hand eyewitness to the level of violence these terrorists carry out. It was 2 men, possibly 3. They were white men that were tortured and killed. I can't say any more because I'm an eyewitness to it all. And I witnessed it. Like, I'm in here. So if you have a brain, I hate to be mean, but I'm still decompressing after a serious fucking trauma that I'm an eyewitness to. And that is a negative aspect of how I cope with this kind of fear that I experienced, is I can be kind of nasty, but I'm not really a mean person. I really need a break, okay? But it's not happening. The break, I'm still waiting for. If you have a brain at all, you know I'm sitting in here. All right? I witnessed the whole fucking thing. I witnessed how desperate these killers, who were the terrorist bosses who set up this place, I witnessed how desperate they are to get rid of certain people. I witnessed the tactical hoops they jumped through in order to do that. I witnessed the people that they sent in to clean it up, to chop their bodies up. I witnessed the people they sent over here to always make an attempt on me. I'll explain all that, but just let me just do my best right now with the sound machine blasting to do what I can, okay? Because I can't say a lot. It's on the internet, and I'm a direct witness to violent torture and murder. All right. So if you have a brain, when I say direct witness, there's a lot that I'm not going to say, and there's a lot I fucking witnessed. I'm in here, motherfucking idiots. From the time I went offline yesterday, I said, I got to get offline. Put it in fucking English writing with an exclamation mark. I stayed off fucking line. I do what I'm told. That's why. Because lo and behold, that night I witnessed hours-long fucking torture and motherfucking multiple murder. It happened in the basement of 1507. I know exactly where it happened. And I will tell you, there's a certain terrorist here that is pretty scary. What's the word? Forget it. There are certain terrorists here that it's pretty scary. That's why I said it's scary this morning. When I made my statement, I said, yeah, fucking damn right I was scared. Damn right this is scary. It's pretty scary, the length these terrorist bosses will go to get to certain people. They will not, if they can help it, if these terrorist bosses can help it, they will not let them be arrested. There's no arrest. There's no arrest. I am a hands-on witness to that last night. And when they get to them, they'll torture them for, it was 3 hours. And there was 2 or more. There was 2, but there could have been 3. And there's reasons why I say that, but I can't talk about on the internet everything I fucking witnessed. Enough with it, okay? They were white men. I witnessed it. Don't ask me more. I want me to tell you because they can't say a word. You could hear them. Their mouths were covered, so they couldn't scream with their mouths open. You could hear them screaming in pain. I don't feel sorry for them. I knew it at the time. I knew it after I slept. I still don't feel sorry for them through this whole decompression stage that I'm going through, because I have to decompress from this. It's going to take about 3 days. I know concretely I have no empathy for these terrorists. No. But I know concretely it's exactly the same as when I heard that female being butchered upstairs on the 3rd floor. That prostitute. It's really horrible to witness that firsthand, and you never shake it off. No, the whimpering, the thrashing for their lives and whimpering, and whether it's a woman or a man being tortured, you don't totally shake that off. So I'm a definite hands-on to some really brutal, violent murders here. Those are 2 I'll tell you first off, yeah. The other 2 women that I heard screaming, those were brutal, violent murders. Yeah, I heard it. I'll talk about it. I've never been allowed to say these things. I was an eyewitness to those 2 too. But these 2 that I said with the one female that was up there that got butchered in that room, that was whimpering, I don't want to talk about it right now. It's so fucking horrifying. She was such a sleazebag, jackal, whore, cunt. I don't feel sorry for the whore, cunt, jackal, whore. Not in a million light years. But you're never going to shake off when someone's whimpering and fucking dying like that, dude. You'll never shake that off. If you're right next to it, you'll never shake that off. Trust me. And this, what it did with me is it made sure with me that that never happens to good people. You guys want to go chase around your fucking jackal whores and your deranged white boys? You can do that, but we're going to make sure the good military, me and the good military, me and the good guys, we're going to make sure that every single one of you are in prison or dead, because you're not going to be going on no murder sprees anymore. No more murder sprees. Your days in the sun are over. Your outright violent, loud, horrifying murder sprees that I've witnessed up and down the street and again last night are over, okay? You want to keep on murder sprees, go ahead and try. This includes the ones you're torturing. They're with all these creeps. These men were terrorists. They got killed last night. They torture and kill their own terrorists. I'm a witness to that. That female was a jackal whore, cunt bitch, who did nothing but try to fucking kill me in this house. They killed their own terrorist bitch. They do it. I witnessed it over and over again. These 2 men, they tortured though, so take note. And it's because of the risk they were bringing to being arrested. These 2 men were white. They were convinced they would never be touched or arrested and got themselves fucking tortured and killed brutally because of it. The whole thing dragged on for 2, almost 3 hours. It was horrifying. The murders themselves, about an hour. They took their time with each guy. You could hear each man through a muffled duct tape, everything they could do to drown the screams out. You could hear them, oh, coming all the way from the basement, all the way up here into the 2nd floor. And then, I can't go into details, but that would be coming out of the basement of 1507. Then this is through a duct taped mouth, and who knows what other kind of tactical crap they're using to cover up the screams. Pillows. This is how loud these men were screaming. Oh, they were totally being tortured to death. And then the other one, I could tell they moved from one to the next. They wrapped it up with one and then tortured and killed the other one after that. And you could hear it, the other one and the same one before going, oh, oh. It was fucking horrible. So I pray to Archangel Saint Michael when it's happening, and this morning when I woke up is how I'm coping and how I am decompressing from it. I say, oh my God, I'm helping the good guys. He reminds me, he says, Heidi, they're like black belt judos. These guys don't get attacked by no terrorist bosses. These guys kill terrorists. These are counter-terrorist agents. In the deepest sense of the word, and the title, the job title, has a lot of heavy weight to it. They're not going to be jumped by a gang of no freaking terrorist bosses and tortured, okay? And they take care of their men. They don't send them out on these really dangerous missions to be caught up and snagged and the worst case scenario. No. So your brothers are fine. They're not being tortured to death. Because that's how I'm in here witnessing it. And so I just made sure, do I need to help them? Are they okay? Yes, they're okay. They were worried about me because I witnessed to it. And they were worried about me because the guys who tortured them were killed by the good guys. These are some of the main terrorist bosses. And the guys who cut up those bodies in 1507 came over to my house after that. And they were in the house 1511. So they were in 1507 and 1511. And this is a whole nother thing I got to talk about, how I said they knock around midnight. And then they started shoving shit under the floor. It was within a matter of 30 seconds. It was coordinated back to back. It was highly, highly skilled. So the good guys were worried about me because what they're trying to do, the terrorist bosses, is take everybody out on S Street. And I'm included in that. Okay, but the good guys know that if I do what I'm told, I'll be okay. But I heard torture of 2 white men in the basement go on for hours. I could go into a lot of detail about it, but I think I'm going to stop. They went from one, and then they did the other. The last one didn't last as long. It wasn't as many screams. The screams sounded like a person who was kind of out of it, like half dead. It was really, really, really gory. I've now witnessed that you can be like half dead and still screaming in fucking massive pain. And it was so loud. Oh God, they're fucking torturing these motherfuckers. Now you know what I mean by these psychotics can't be idolized in the United States. The people in the United States are so just deeply disturbing that they idolize anyone that has the capability of chopping someone's balls off while they're still alive. Because that kind of shit more than likely happened last night in the basement next door. I'm sure they chop their balls off. That's one of the standard things they do while they're still alive. Chopping parts of their body off, putting power drills all over in them, chopping their penis off while they're still alive. These are serious fucking violent psychotics, and the people in my country idolize that. And there's massive mufflers right now. They're driving by all in a rage. They're fighting for that here. Okay, I know what they're fighting for. I know what they're all about in America. I know what they're all about. Something really seriously needs to be done about the people here. Okay? The United States citizens is what I'm saying. This is not someone you want to idolize. They're not cool. They're so fucking violent, I can't believe they're not behind bars. So they did that torture to these 2 for a while, and trust me, I've witnessed a lot of it, so there's so much I could say. It was so gruesome. They had music going, the exact same type of music, in antithesis, a copy of the exact same type of music that they used to blast upstairs in the murder room in this house. When they were engaged in this house in gruesome, gruesome violence. And when they were engaged in this house in gruesome, violent murders up there. So I knew right away, okay, oh my God. And that's because it was coming blasting from the basement. And I witnessed everything before and I witnessed everything after. I'm in here, I'm witnessing. Okay, so I knew, oh fucking God. They're doing it right there, right? I'm like feet away, right? Because they were planning to come from me, dude. And they did. They did. After they chopped them up, they came right over here. That's why they did it over there. Do you understand the tactical measures they went through to do this last night? They waited for all these people to do this, and I can't say what I witnessed. And then they were going to clean out a couple of houses, and they definitely made a move on me. Okay, but anyways, this is their motive. These psychotics, they had a motive, and that is because these people on that street cannot be arrested. As far as these psychotics are concerned, whoever they can get to, they will go through great lengths in order to stop the arrest. I am a witness to that now. So I don't, to this very night, know who did that. I didn't get an bird's eye look at anyone that was cutting up the bodies or the terrorist bosses that carried out the torture and the murder. That's for the good guys. They definitely know all about that. They definitely saved my life last night. And they know all about how gruesome it was to hear that shit go on for 3 hours. It didn't go on for 3 hours. It went on for about an hour, but it was like a 2-hour event after that. There's massive stuff I witnessed going on in that house, 1507. Okay, so. Oh boy, yeah. And then Thelma Ho wants to text me tonight, telling me she's taking over the world. Okay, Thelma Ho. Give it your best shot. Take over the world. Give it your best shot. We'll see what happens. Why don't you text me and tell me what your thoughts are on that? Why don't you text me and tell me your plans? They started blasting the music as soon as they got their targets into the house. I was there. I was a witness for the whole fucking day and night, okay? As soon as the targets were there, on with the music. I can't make comments about that house and the noises before that, music before that. I just can't fucking say nothing. It was the exact copy of music they use in here. It is the terrorist bosses. It is professional killers. There's a reason why they use that certain type of music. It was insanely loud. It went on quite a while, and you could hear through duct taped mouths and pillows or whatever sort of procedure they have to cover up the screams. You could still hear the men screaming, "Oh!" And they sounded like they were half dead when they were doing it. It was really, really, really fucking gruesome. They weren't all there. No, because their balls were being chopped off, dude. And don't forget, half the Americans who listen to this think that's the best thing ever, and they think they're so cool and they want to make friends like that because it makes the Americans tough and no one will mess with them. And those very same Americans all possess firearms. It's 52% of our population believes they can have and do anything they want through means of violence. And the most violent person they can come up with and meet on the planet, they'll befriend them and idolize them. Don't forget who I'm talking about. The people in my country. Yes, something needs to be done, and it will be done. I will not tolerate this anymore in my country. I don't care who you are. Okay, so I witnessed that, okay? I'm not going to say any more about it. It went on hours. I was here for the whole thing. I was here for the aftermath. I was here. I witnessed and witnessed and witnessed. I could say so much. It was so horrifying. It's going to take me at least 3 days to decompress. All right, I listened to Dio tonight. It really helped. Listen to Dio. Make some dinner. And then Thelma Ho wants to tell me how she's taking over the world. And I start getting gassed. So I'm trying to decompress, but this shit is ongoing, okay? These terrorist bosses are very, very present and are definitely attacking and taking out terrorists who work for them. I witnessed it last night. And there's many of them that they actually torture. I witnessed that last night before they kill them. And I witnessed that last night. And I witnessed how they chop up the body and they vanish the individual. The individual is therefore never to be seen or heard from again. Those terrorist bosses are dead because of the counter-terrorist badass agents. Their minglings, the men who finished up the cleanup job across over there at 1507 in the basement, those ones that came in and attacked me in my room and I witnessed the whole thing, we'll do another video. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm overwhelmed tonight with what these fucking creeps did after they were done with that house. They came right over here. Oh, I heard the whole thing. I was freaked. But we'll talk about it later, okay? Because I won't forget that either. We can just get a good night's sleep and I can talk about it tomorrow. They came right over here. So these terrorist bosses are definitely making moves on this street and on every fucking one here. And that's why I said, do me a service. And why don't you go bang on sticks in your yard? Why don't you go do your rodeo and your sideshow in your yard? Whatever yard, pick a yard. Just let me do a head count. Not that I want them to live and I have any feeling for these people. But I don't want this kind of heinous violence going on anywhere in my country either. What I want is these people to be arrested, and if they deserve execution, which a lot of the people on that street do and will be executed for violent, horrible murders, then they get killed in prison, not in their bedrooms, tortured with their balls being chopped off. This is not something to idolize. I want to say to the Americans again, that might sound so cool and good to you, but you're part of the problem and you're going to go. Your citizenship is going to be denounced and you're not going to be in this country. You are not an American and you will not stay here. You do not run around chopping people's balls off to make yourself tough, torturing people to fucking death in their fucking basement apartments. You are a fucking problem in America. Goodbye.